Assalamu alaikum students and a very good morning to you all. Am I audible to you? Is my voice clear to you all? Walaikum assalam everyone. Okay, that's great. Okay, Miriam, is it clear now? Thank you, Sarah, Javiria, on Miriam, Verda, thanks. Okay, Miriam, that's great. So let's start our today's lecture. We are going to start English literature. So this is the first topic of our final term, okay? This is lesson number 7, A Treasure Hunt. We are going to read page number 44 till 46 today. This is our first topic, okay, of final term. I hope your English literature books are with you and you have your pencils in your hands so you can underline the difficult words and RTCs. Are you having your book with you? Shall I start? Okay. Please turn off your camera, Zen, for me. Okay, thank you. Okay, please keep fingers on the lines that I'm reading. A treasure hunt. This is lesson 7, A Treasure Hunt. The story is about the hunting of treasure. The boys were hunting for treasure in the haunted house. Okay, let's read the lesson to know about this story. The haunted house. Nobody had seen Injun Joe since the day he jumped through the courtroom window. A reward was offered to anyone who could find him. The countryside had been searched, but Injun Joe had not been found. The days passed slowly. I hope you remember the story. You remember the lesson 6 that Tom spoke truth in the courtroom on the day of trial, right? He told that he had seen Injun Joe killing Dr. Robinson with Muff Potter's knife. And Muff Potter was innocent, right? But he was trapped, he was in prison. So when it was declared that Injun Joe was the murderer, he escaped the courtroom. He ran away, he jumped through the courtroom, okay? And since that day, a reward was offered to anyone who could find him. Tom and Huck decided to try and find some buried treasure. Tom was sure that there was a lot of it around. They spent whole days digging holes in many parts of the countryside, but without any luck. Then Tom said that they should dig in the haunted house. So it was a new adventure that they were deciding actually to find the buried treasure. Okay, so they started digging different places around the countryside. Countryside means the rural areas. Okay, so what did Tom say? Tom said that they should dig in the haunted house. You know what is haunted house? Anyone? What is haunted house? Yes, haunted house is a place that has several ghosts, right? Good. Iman is giving me answer. The place where many ghosts. Very good. Ghost house. Okay. Very nice. So they decided to dig in the haunted house. Okay. Good, Hibai. Very nice. A creepy house. You said is saying the place where there are ghosts. In Urdu, it is called Bhoot Bangla. Okay, that's great. Very nice. So let's continue the reading. They decided to dig in the haunted house and they were hunting for treasure. Okay, the haunted house. Oh, Tom, I don't think I like that, said Huck. Haunted houses are full of ghosts, and I don't like ghosts. They creep up on you suddenly and make awful noises. Awful means dreadful, okay? Terrible. Huck didn't like Tom's idea because he was afraid of ghosts, okay? He didn't like the idea of going to haunted house for the treasure hunt. Okay, he said that haunted houses are full of ghosts and they creep on you, they make awful noises, and he didn't like that. Yes, but ghosts don't come out until night time. Huh? They wouldn't, they wouldn't trouble us during the day. Yes, who is sharing something? Yes, Hamza, very good. Yes, Miriam, you all are giving me correct answers. Very nice. Yes, but ghosts don't come out until night time, huh? They wouldn't trouble us during the day. So Tom relaxed Huck by saying that ghosts do not come during the daytime and they were going to visit that haunted house during the day. Okay, Huck had to agree with this, so they arranged to meet at midday the next day. After listening to this, after hearing that ghosts do not trouble during the daytime, Huck decided to go with Tom. Okay, he agreed with Tom's idea. When they reached the haunted house on the next afternoon, they felt a little frightened. It looked very ghostly. The walls were falling down. There was no glass in the windows, and grass grew everywhere. So it was a haunted house. Nobody used to visit that place. So everything was so messy there. They were little frightened in the beginning, okay? They were so frightened actually. They they saw each and everything was falling down. They saw the tumbling walls. You know, tumbling walls means falling down. There was no glass in the windows. The windows were broken, and the grass grew everywhere. So it was so ghostly. Dilavis, this is the first lesson of our final term. It is not a midterm lesson. Okay, man. Okay. So it was a ghostly house. Okay, it was so haunted. Now, if I ask you to describe the haunted house, what will you say? How was the house? Yes, you may give your answers in the chat box. How was the house? Describe the haunted house in few words, like give some adjective to describe the haunted house. Okay, man, good. Yes. Keep giving me your answers. Yeah, very nice, Hamza. Plenty of dust. Good. Look ghostly. On is giving me this answer. Very nice. Yes, I'm giving you 2 minutes to give me the answer. Meanwhile, I'm taking your attendance. You said I've given me an answer. The haunted house. Okay, the windows of the haunted house. were broken, no glass was there. It looked ghostly, okay, and grass grew everywhere. Very nice, good. Okay, let's continue the reading. So that house was so ghostly, it was quite scary, so the boys were quite frightened in the beginning, okay? Very nice, Meeram, very good, Hamza. Okay, look at here, page number 45. They crept to the door and looked in. Crept means crawled, okay? Crept means crawled. Crept is the V2 of creep, okay? They crept to the door and looked in. Inside they saw a very old fireplace, a broken staircase, and plenty of dust and spiders' webs. They entered quietly, talking in whispers. They were ready to run at the smallest sound. So they just entered the house and they started looking in. Inside they saw a very old fireplace, a broken staircase. The staircase was broken and there was dust everywhere and spider's web. Okay? Because nobody used to visit that place. It was closed for several years. They entered quietly, talking in whispers. They were not talking loudly. They were just whispering. Okay, whisper means to speak very slowly. They were ready to run, and the smallest sound means they were alert. They were alert. They were ready to run if they heard any sound. Okay, but once inside, the house did not seem so frightening. They looked around, feeling quite brave, and then decided to take a look upstairs. In the beginning, they were quite frightened. They were quite afraid of that place, but when they entered there, they felt little brave. Okay, they said that it is not that frightening, and they decided to take a look upstairs. Okay, they threw their tools in the corner. Why were they carrying tools with them? Anyone? Why were they carrying tools with them? Why they have tools with them? Yes, very nice, Hadika. Very good, Iman. They have tools with them for digging the ground, okay? Because they were there for the treasure hunt, okay? So they had some tools with them for digging the ground to find the treasure. Excellent. They threw their tools in the corner and went up. They left their tools downstairs and they went upstairs to see what is there, okay? Yes, very nice on. Good. There was nothing exciting to see up there, and they were just about to go down when, "Shh," said Tom. "What is it?" whispered Huck, turning the white with fright. Turning white with fright is just showing the intensity that he was so frightened to find that there is someone. Okay, "Shh, there, do you hear it?" "Yes, come on, let's run." "Keep still, don't move an inch. They are coming towards the door." So who found that somebody has entered the house? Tom, okay? Tom asked her to keep quiet, and they were finding who was it, okay? They just heard a noise there, but they didn't move because they were coming upstairs, okay? They were just noticing the movement of the men who entered the haunted house. They were so frightened because they didn't know who was those men. Huck was ready to run and he was asking Tom to run, but Tom asked him to be still, okay? Tom asked him to don't move an inch. They are coming towards the door, he said, okay? The boys stretched themselves on the floor with their eyes to the holes in the wooden boards. So just to see who is there or who was there, they just laid on the floor and they were peeping to the holes in the wooden boards. Okay, they were looking for those men. They could see downstairs from there, but no one could see them because it was just a hole, so nobody could see Tom and Huck, but they could easily see the man who entered the house. Okay, they lay there waiting, feeling very frightened. They were waiting still there and they were quite frightened. Okay, frightened means afraid. They stopped. No, they are coming in. Here they are. Don't whisper another word, Huck. My goodness, I wish I was out of this place. He was so frightened that time that he was regretting of like being with Tom, and he was regretting for coming to the haunted house. Okay, two men entered. There's the old deaf and dumb Spaniard who's been out the village once or twice recently. So one was Spaniard who was deaf and dumb. You know who is deaf? What is the meaning of deaf? Deaf is a person who can not hear, okay? Who cannot hear is deaf, and who's dumb? The person who cannot speak is dumb. So Spaniard was deaf and dumb, okay? Tom was thinking, yes, very good, good Hibal. Tom was thinking that he had seen Spaniard once or twice in the village, but he had never seen the other men before. Okay, so two men entered. There's the old deaf and dumb Spaniard who's been about the village once or twice recently. Tom thought to himself, but I've never seen the other men before. And do you know who was the other man? Any guesses? One was Spaniard, and who was the other one? Yes, excellent on. He was Injun Joe. Okay, he was Injun Joe, and Spaniard was Injun Joe's friend. Yes, honey, excellent. He was Injun Joe. Very good. On Meeram, Hani, Hibal, Hamza, all are giving me correct answers. Excellent, Iman. Very nice. So the other man was Injun Joe, but Tom didn't recognize him. Okay. The other man wore rags and looked unfriendly. The Spaniard was wearing a simple coat made from a blanket. He had a white beard and mustache and white hair. So this is about the appearance of Spaniard. How, yes, good Aiza, very nice, very good Varda. So the Spaniard, means Joe's friend, was wearing a simple coat made from a blanket. He had a white beard and mustache. Mustache, you know what is mustache? And white hair. Yes, anyone? Mustache? Yes, very good, honey. Here on the upper lips, men usually have mustache. Yes, mustache means mooch. Good. In Urdu, very good. As they came in, the other man was talking in a low voice. They sat down on the ground, facing the door with their backs on the wall. With their backs to the wall, they were just sitting on the ground, and they were talking in low voice. Okay. No, he said, I've thought about it and I don't like it. It's dangerous. Who was saying this? Spaniard was saying that it was dangerous, okay? What was dangerous? The haunted house, okay? Turn your page. No, no, not half. Spaniard. Now, the two men who entered the house were talking to each other, okay? And Huck and Tom were just listening to them. They were just peeping to to the holes of the wooden board. Okay, Isa? It wasn't Huck. Now, the two men who entered the house were talking to each other, and Spaniard was saying that it was dangerous, okay? And Tom and Huck were so frightened that they were quiet. They were just listening to them. They were just noticing their movement. Okay. Dangerous, said the deaf and dumb Spaniard, to the great surprise of the boys. Coward. You know who is coward? Coward means a person who lacks courage, who is not brave. Okay. This voice made the boys shake all over. It was Injun Joe's voice. Who called Spaniard a coward? Injun Joe, okay? And after hearing his voice, they started shaking with fear. They were so frightened of Injun Joe. You know why were they frightened of Injun Joe? Why were they frightened to know that the other man is Injun Joe? Any idea? Yes, Tom was the one who declared, who told the truth in the courtroom, who disclosed that Injun Joe was the real murderer. So, but Injun Joe was not in the prison, right? He was not arrested. Please turn off the camera, Zen Fahim. He was not arrested, so they were afraid that if Injun Joe find them, he would kill them for speaking truth. Okay. Dilaviz, I don't know what kind of question you are asking. This is the first lecture of our final term, and after this class, I'm going to post this lecture on the classroom, right? And you will be getting the assignment too from today onwards. Okay? Is it clear, Dilaviz? Do you have any confusion now? Zenfree, please turn off your camera. Thank you. But this voice made the boys shake all over. It was Injun Joe's voice. There was silence for some time. Then Injun Joe said, listen, you go back up the river where you belong. Wait there till you hear from me. I'll go into the village one more time for a look around. We'll do that dangerous job later. When I think the time is right, then we'll both go to Texas. So what happened after hearing that? Spaniard was afraid of that place. He was saying that it was dangerous. Injun Joe asked him to go back up the river from where he belonged. Okay, and he asked him to wait for him there until he hear from him. Okay, but it is the name of place, Sarah. It is the name of place. Okay. On, I guess you are mistaken. Uh, the revised timetable and yes, the revised timetable for the online classes and the homework schedule has been uploaded on yes your group. You haven't seen that? On these words were spoken by Spaniard, Joe's friend. Now, the two boys, Tom and Huck, were quiet and they were just listening. They were just noticing the movement of the men who entered the house. And the men who entered the house were Injun Joe and Spaniard. Now, they were talking about that. Okay, is it clear on? Okay, very nice. When Injun Joe heard that Spaniard is afraid of that place, he was saying that's dangerous. He angrily asked him to go back to the uh, river from where he belonged, and he asked him to wait for him till he hear from him. Okay, and then he said that after that he will do the dangerous job with him. You know what was the dangerous job? The dangerous was to take the revenge. And you know from whom they wanted to take the revenge? From Tom for speaking truth in the courtroom. Okay? The other men agreed. Joe said he was tired and wanted to sleep and told the other men to keep watch. So what happened? They decided that they will take the revenge, they will do that dangerous job, and then they'll go back, they will go to Texas, okay? Joe was tired and he went to sleep and he asked his friend to keep watch, okay? He was soon snoring. What does snoring means? What does snore means? Snore. You have already done it in the word's meaning before. What does snore mean? Yes, to make noise from nose. Hadika is saying this. Very good. Hibar is also giving me the answer in Urdu as well. Good, Hibar, you are correct. Making sound while sleeping, Hani. Good. Very nice. So he was soon snoring, he means he was asleep. His friend watched him for a time, but soon he was asleep too. For some time, he was keeping the watch. He was watching that place, okay, but later he was asleep too because he was also sleepy. The boys breathed more easily now when they saw that the two men, the Spaniard and Injun Joe, are asleep. They were quite relaxed. Okay, now's our chance. Come on, whispered Tom. I can't. If they woke up, I'd die of fright. So what happened? Now, when they saw that Injun Joe and Spaniard were asleep, Tom whispered to Huck to go for the hunt. But Huck was so frightened, he said he couldn't because if they woke up, he would die of fright. He would die of fear. Okay? So, mark till here, we have read and understood the haunted house today. I hope you have understood this. Now I'm going to share some key points of the lesson that we have read. Please have a look at the key points. Tom and Huck decided to find some buried treasure. Tom said they should dig in the haunted house. Huck agreed with Tom. At first, Huck didn't like Tom's idea of going to haunted house for the treasure hunt. But when Tom relaxed him by saying that it is not that frightening, it is not that creepy, Huck decided to go with Tom. Okay. In the beginning, Huck was saying no, he didn't like the idea of digging in the haunted house because houses have several ghosts and they just creep on you and make awful noises. Remember, so Huck was not ready to go with Tom. But Tom relaxed him by saying that ghosts do not come during the daytime. So Huck agreed with Tom, okay? When they reached the haunted house, they felt a little frightened. It looked very ghostly. The walls were falling down. There was no glass in the windows, and grass grew everywhere. Okay, so that house was quite scary. Yes, very nice on. I just read your answer. They looked around, threw their tools in the corner, and went upstairs. So they were having tools with them for digging the ground. They just threw their tools in the corner and they went upstairs to see what was there. Okay. They noticed Spaniard and Joe entered the house. When they were upstairs, they noticed the movement. They heard some noises there, so they started looking from the hole of the wooden board, and then they saw Spaniard and Joe in the house. Okay, they were quite frightened to see them. Joe's Joe's tired and he wanted to sleep, so he told the other men to keep watch. What happened when they entered in the house? They started talking to each other. Spaniard was saying that it was dangerous, but Joe said it is not, and he called him coward for saying that was dangerous. Okay, Joe said that they are going to do that dangerous job, and then they will return. They will go to Texas. Okay. Joe was so tired that he wanted to sleep, and soon he was asleep. And he asked his friend Spaniard to keep the watch. Okay, Spaniard watched him for a time, but soon he was asleep too. So both of the men were asleep, and looking at them, the boys got some. Yes, no, beta, they were Angel Joe and Spaniard. Okay, yes. So when Tom and Huck saw that they were sleeping, they were quite relaxed. Okay, Tom and Huck took a deep breath when they observed them sleeping. So these were the key points from the lesson that we read today. I hope it is clear to you all. If you have any question or any confusion regarding today's lecture, you may ask me in the chat box. If it is clear and you have no question, then I'm going to ask you a question. Yes, please be quick. I hope you have underlined the difficult words and the RTCs from the pages that we have read today. Beta, this is the first lesson from the final term. Okay, so don't forget to make the title page of final term in your literature and language copy. Okay. Yes, so Sarah, it's not our assignment day. No, Iman, I'm not going to post the homework today. Our homework day is Tuesday and Friday. Okay. I'll post today the homework related to this topic tomorrow, okay? But please don't forget to make the title page of final term. So what you have to do today, you have to make the title page of final term in your literature and language copy, okay? And also mention the final term in the index, okay? This is your today's task. That's all you have to do for today, okay? Then make the title page of a treasure hunt. I'll post the homework tomorrow, okay? And please do the homework very neatly. Beta, I'll mention this in the, yes, assignment, okay? It will be done in literature copy, obviously, but I'll mention it when I'll upload it, okay? Okay, since you have no question regarding the lecture, now I'm going to ask a question and you have to answer me in the chat box. What was Tom's new adventure in the haunted house? What was he about to do? Yes, if you have plenty of space there, please use the new page for final term. In fact, use the new index for the final term and mention final term on the top. Okay, Sahana? Or you want me to repeat the question? I'm asking what was Tom's new adventure in the haunted house? Okay, Nida, is it clear? Yes, digging for what? What what was their plan? Or what was Tom's idea? Why he was going to the haunted house? Yes, their new adventure was to find the treasure, was to dig for the treasure in the haunted house. Very nice, very good. Naima, Hibal, excellent. Hani, very nice. Very good, Aiza. Hadika, good, excellent. So we are done now. That's all for today. I hope you have understood and you have enjoyed today's lecture. I'll be back tomorrow with a new lecture with part 2. Okay, we will continue the reading tomorrow. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you, Ibal. Thank you for the compliment. It's great that you like the slides. Thank you, everyone, for liking the slides. I really liked your comment. Thank you. Thank you for your appreciation. Dilavesh, you were raising your hand. If you have anything to ask, you may ask. We still have 39 seconds to go. Isa, I think you haven't seen the revised timetable. Please have a look at that. We will be having English class on Monday, Tuesday and Friday, okay? Yes, we don't have any class on Wednesday.